All right, here we go. Morrowind. Yep, I have to fix that, I think, because we switched to a different game. No, that's good. Morrowind is centered. Morrowind is centered. I am pretty much a monster. I mean, you knew that already. At least a psychopath. Monster bordering psychopath. Excellent. So, do I need to fix you again? Yeah. There we go. Are you carrying a heavy golden egg? I really need to go and look in the scripts to find out which point Julian is giving a heavy golden egg and a paralysis constant ability to prevent him from moving. It's okay. Right. We fed the bullnetch some Koda flowers, and now it's like aphrodisiac and steroid for bullnetches, and there's gonna be more and more bullnetches in Narmok, and that will teach them. That is the idea. Crap, what am I casting? I thought I was gonna cast a heal. Yeah. Wait, did that happen in your game as well, or is just seeing mine? Because that's what's happening. He's laying golden eggs. Here's the golden goose. I'm assuming maybe I'm going to Balmora, which is not really where I wanted to go, but especially since I think I don't have Julan in tow. In your game as well? Then there might be something. Oh no, in Pelagiad. Let's see if I can call him back using the ring. As soon as I am Nerevarine and the temple has forgiven me, I will talk to Vess, but until then I don't want to. I don't want to force her to choose between her convictions and our friendship. Come here, Julian. Goodbye.
Is there something you need?
Whew. For a second, I thought Julian had stripped while I was away. Yeah. So he's doing that in your games as well. Is he paralyzed as well? If you get that, that's what you want to say. You see it? Yes. Remove spell KS__ Jul _paralysis. Okay. We have done a quest for Ayas, and maybe either kill. Oh yes, he gave me the Silstrider quest. I don't want to kill them, honestly. So I will get the sweet roll from Thargoth. I will get some gold canet. Poison, I might already have that. And then gift the spiked sweet rolls to the Caravaneers. Not a problem. And Seidanin is not too far from here. Performance to 50. I mean, we're a rock star by now. Be sure to kill Thargoth as well. No. Yes, Julian is laying a... There's somewhere in his script where Kateri wants to make sure that Julian does not move, doesn't go anywhere, doesn't do anything. So she gave him the double whammy, a golden egg with 9999 burden on it, and a constant paralysis ability. Except he gets that on a regular basis, so every time I talk to him, every time I load my game specifically, I have to make him drop the egg. Like, drop it! Drop the egg, Julian. You're not a chicken. But he doesn't listen to me. That's how it is. It was in the old game that was corrupted, and it started in Midnabi, which was stressful enough. I can imagine going into the... speaking of, this is a cultist, isn't it? A dreamer, at the very least. Now, dreamers don't usually attack. Right. Right. 999. I do speak German after all. I mean, you know what? Taking from you, it must be true. When I tell everyone around me that a native speaker told me that I speak German after all, they're gonna be very impressed with me. And they're gonna go say something, and I'll say, nah, no need. I know it for a fact. Okay, we need to get to Fargoth's house, which means we need to sneak. That might be a bit tricky. Especially with this guy here that is staring at Fargoth's house. Fargoth is not around, the guard is not around. Let's get some water. There is a very, very slight chance of getting the key. Half of the that's what I thought. The game is not centered. Thank you, Skinka. It will be just a minute to fix this. Indeed. Game capture. Bit to screen. There we go. It did look a little off on my little windows on OBS. Hello, Fargoth. Hi. I heard you've got sweet rolls. You love a good sweet roll, if you're asking me. If you can have one of mine, no. You should know that cuisine is the most sacred thing to a Bosmer. Or maybe we can be friends. And just chat. But now that we're friends, we could be companions. Don't panic, Skink. Sure, I'll train you, Fargoth. Bummer, he doesn't have the key. I was hoping he'd have the key. But he doesn't. You have a pink pearl, Fargoth? Everybody's skinky around here. Adventure is so exciting. It certainly beats getting beaten by Hriskar. I miss Nibbler though. Do you think we could swing by my house in Selenin? Yes, but you're supposed to give me the key, you see? If you don't have the key... You do! Let's go see Nibbler. Good. It's gonna be super crowded in Fargoth's little house. Especially when I can't get rid of the grizzly bear. Home sweet home. Tss, Nibbler, come out, boy. Oh, hello, Nibbler. Follow me, buddy. Fargoth, now that we're friends, do you mind if I have the sweet roll? But also, am I supposed to offer one sweet roll to all of the Caravaneers? Because if you have just the one, we're not gonna get very far with that. We have lots of drinks. I don't see more than that. We have the one sweet roll. Alright, let's get out. Fargos, my good friend. I need something useful. A German lockpick is great. Excellent. I think you should stay here for a while.
What was that?
Thanks again for returning my family ring.
No problem, Fargos. Anytime. The bear is actually quite annoying. But it seems to be stuck somewhere. That's good. We need gold cannet, which is fairly easy. Maybe I actually already grabbed some. What I don't have here is poison. I probably have some in my yurt. This might be a good time to go back, unload, get stuff like craft a bit of poison. Very useful. We're going to do that. Hey, Julian. We're together. Let's use the ring to teleport back to camp. My bear looks hungry. Fargos should do. I mean, I'm not. Latte. Of course. No, don't be starving, little guars. Jaguar, you're hungry? Have some fresh fiber. I have stopped taking my guars while adventuring. Even Tinty, that is the first guar that we got, and Tinty leveled up. But for the level of the creatures that we find, Tinty would not survive. That's right, you will guard. Oh, it looked like the bear was frowning at me, not happy. It's okay, it's okay. Who else is still following me? Julian? Are you carrying anything for me? No, you're only carrying your stuff. That's good. You can keep training me in light armor. This is very, very useful. Thank you, Julian. I'm gonna retire to my yurt now. You should go speak to your mother. Oh, you know what? Go tidy your yurt. It's a mess. Avni, please stay put. And Nibbler, you stay here as well, Nibbler. Nibbler has 0 chance of ever casting Chameleon. Oh, right. Now it's just me. As you can see, Julian has been laying eggs. Yes, Latte is like he wants attention. Play with me. Entertain me. Okay. Now, suddenly, without all the ingredients, things are much lighter. Oh yes, I did find some really lovely tools. I already have a master retort. I can replace. There we go. a little calcinator here. And the alembic right here. The rest, honestly, I'll just sell it because I don't need any more of that. Wood. We're hungry, which is fine because we have a lovely stew. Love having a stew ready. You will be sold. Okay, so the last time I actually sorted all my scrolls and ingredients. Well, the bandage heals 5 hit points at a time. But you know what? That still helps. I don't want to spend too much time, however, I really do need to make a few bottles of poison. And the recipe for those has not changed. I used to have items that improved my alchemy skill, but I think I may have accidentally dropped them somewhere. That's pretty unfortunate. Personality, I still have my mercantile items, but I've lost my alchemy ones. That's a bummer. Oh well, I think I got around 10 points of alchemy with those. Vigo Jr., thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, guys. How are you doing this fine Sunday? If it's still Sunday for you, or already Sunday. We are making poisons. Hello. You were owning on League. Nice. I'm assuming League of Legends, which I don't play, but I do know of. PvP just stresses me out. I'm in Morrowind. All by myself stresses me out, so you can imagine. Hey, we poisoned. Let's do that again, shall we? Poison really makes a difference in combat. Like it really helps ending the fight much faster. What about Morrowind co-op mod? I mean, we do have the multiplayer branch of OpenMW, which I did install and I did try. I would honestly like to try it again. I would like to try also the VR fork of OpenMW. That should be quite fun. And Morrowind co-op, tried it and it was kind of fun. I did enjoy it. I also tried a server that was a lot more centered on role-playing, which I really enjoyed. My biggest problem was that I couldn't commit to playing the game regularly, and it kind of sucks because you get to know the people, you make the story together, and if you're not there for a long time, not only do you forget about the stories, but they're not even relevant anymore. You should do a Let's Play series with that. It should be so much fun to watch as well. The co-op mod or the VR. I think both are quite fun. I would really like to do a co-op, but like with 2 other players tops, because otherwise it just gets too messy. And VR is even more fun. Though, to make it really immersive, you need to have the fake treadmill thingy, I think, I failed my potion. I would be so incredibly fit if when you play Morrowind, you actually have to walk, or if you're running, you actually have to run. I'm pretty sure I would get tired before my fatigue bar is completely empty, but that would certainly motivate me to be more active, for sure. That would be so much fun. Maybe we should try again. Though a while ago I was mentioning how my computer has a hard time handling my Morrowind. If I add VR to it, it wouldn't be as modded, mind you, but that could be fun. Morrowind Realism Let's Play. I'd love to do that, though the treadmill thingy, I forgot the name of it. It's not really a treadmill. Forgot. But yes, I would gladly play Skyrim VR like that, where you have to walk and, you know, do the actions yourself. It's not an elliptical, no, it's the one I've seen, and that was a couple of years ago. There might be newer ones. It's a circle and it's sort of curved a little bit, and you have special shoes, so you're sort of sliding down naturally, so you have to keep on moving. So no, it's not an elliptical. Maybe there's more of them, and maybe they're cheaper. They were particularly expensive, obviously. Oh, come on. We started out so well. Alright, well, this is happening. Let's make sure I have some gold cannet. And do I have poison? I do, but only a single piece. And I don't know if that's going to be enough for my quest. We'll see. And you use that with VR? Yes. Bobby, hello, welcome on in. Yes, you use that with VR, so to move in the game rather than push a button on your controller, you walk. You actually walk. I know there were some like VR arenas for FPS games, and then it becomes really physical, right? So that sounds fun. Am I participating in May Modathon? Yeah, I am. I have published so far 3 mods. One for week 1, one for week 2, and the other one on the 4th, for May the 4th be with you. There is a VR mod for Morrowind. Yes, Bobby, absolutely. It's you have OpenMW, which is it's a new engine that uses Morrowind data to play Morrowind. And then there are multiple forks of OpenMW. There's TestMP, which is the multiplayer, and there's also a VR version. I have seen people doing VR and multiplayer, which is pretty... You have the open Morrowind thing, then that's one of the requirements. Then you want to look for Test3MP, or even if you don't want to bother with the installation, it's not incredibly complicated, but you're better off just joining a server where things are just going to work. They just work. And VR is also a fork of OpenMW. Heck, you can play modded Morrowind on your phone, which is mind-boggling. I love Skyrim in VR, but as Morrowind is by far the best Elder Scrolls games, it would be great. I wholeheartedly agree with that. I should not pause. I wholeheartedly agree with that. However, Morrowind, even less so than Skyrim, was never meant to be in VR. So I tried a little bit of Skyrim VR, and to me it was really weird that to open something I had to press a button. Like I wanted to reach and touch the chest at the very least. And so I couldn't really get immersed into the game because of that. And I guess it's even worse with Morrowind, but because it's the better game, and you can play with friends, Come on, give me my poison. How much of TR have you played through? Not that much, to be honest. I tend to play a long time with characters, and not all of them make it to TR. I want to reach and touch the chest. Yes. Yes, thank you for taking that out of context, Marks. It's brilliant. You can put my name under that quote. There's even a Skyrim VR mod where you can shout the shouts with your voice. I think that's great. Like, I don't think my computer can handle it, honestly. But when I get a new computer, my Morrowind is going to have 30 FPS. It's going to be amazing. And I would try again. My specs, I don't know them by heart. My graphic card is a GeForce GTX 1070. I'm on Windows 10. I have a fair amount of RAM. Couldn't tell you how much. My processor is an AMD. It has 8 cores. That's all I can tell you, just like that. And my computer is 8 years old. And I feel... yes, if it's that might be it. When we got the computer, I went for not the very high-end specs, because those are disproportionately expensive, but I felt I went for something quite good, as far as I could tell. But that was 6 years ago, so... When it comes to hardware, I feel we progress very quickly. My main thing you could probably upgrade is the GPU. Yes, and I think I need more memory as well. But it's not so bad. And again, for Morrowind, Morrowind doesn't use so much of the GPU. It's more, the problem is the CPU, because it uses only 1 core. Okay, we keep failing. I mean, I've made 6 poisons. Let's try again, because once I start fighting, they just go away very quickly. Yeah. That's the problem with Morrowind. And then there's the memory, the 4G memory, and we can't go further than that. Honestly, it's not such a big deal. It's after playing for 2-3 hours. It's going to be 2 hours if you go through many different cells, then the memory usage increases, and if you go above the 4G, the game crashes. But we have a mod that tracks the memory usage, that warns you when you get close to the 4G, that actually autosaves your game when that happens. Yes, I am trying to brew 3 at a time, which actually increases the difficulty, I think. But when it works, you get 3 at a time. I'm not sure that it increases the difficulty. I could be wrong there. And now talking about Morrowind VR and multiplayer makes me want to try again. But I've got too many things to play. For Morrowind, I'm being so... I'm using more than one apparatus. That is a good idea, because I do have a spare one now. I didn't before, but I do now. Otherwise, I am brewing 3 potions at a time. Yep. Yes, indeed. That's interesting. I just encountered Hlalu murder bug. The witness wasn't there the first time, so I was trying to figure out what to do. And when I spawned a spare and forgot the vintage, so I came back for the vintage, and now there are 2 witnesses. Interesting. No, Chiv, you're right, it's confusing, because TR is indeed the abbreviation that Tribunal uses. But nowadays, when we talk about TR, we really mean Tamriel Rebuilt, which is a large mod that I think nowadays we might be at quadruple the size of the game. Because TR, where's my mouse? TR adds all of this, roughly. So yeah, it's easily twice, at least the size of Vattenfell, but probably more. A large mod, yes, it is a bit of an understatement. And it's not so much the whole, like the surface that is created, but also the depth of it and the attention to detail and staying very much in line with vanilla, but better, which is a hard thing to do. Because when you think about it, every single mod that's out there is a mod that aims at making the game better. This one was finished. It's going so fast now with my double system. I'm so glad I thought of it. But I haven't played that much of TR. Extremely dense. I don't know about the dense. I am used to Vattenfell packed with, currently I'm running about 600 mods. And I have a lot of gameplay mods, but also a lot of quest mods, because these are my two favorite types of mod. And so my Vattenfell is packed. Like truly packed. And typically when I go to the mainland, it feels empty because it's on par with Morrowind, vanilla Morrowind. And obviously my Vattenfell has almost nothing to do. It's much more dense than vanilla. Peut-être la vanille est un chef-d'œuvre. Je suis d'accord, c'est un chef-d'œuvre. Oui. Un chef-d'œuvre que je change et que je modifie pour être encore plus un chef-d'œuvre. There is a lot of dance places, but I feel other places are spaced out well. But when you visit the places they haven't fully worked on, it's super ghost town. I've never been tempted to go and check out the TR preview because there's already so much to do. Not even counting Vattenfell alone, but everything else. So I never even went to look at the preview because when it's done, or rather by the time I have done everything else, then the preview will not be a preview anymore. That's what I'm counting on. Okay, we finish those two and then we go back to adventuring. Telvanni lands are really deserted, but like the old map 1 and 2 of Telvannis. The swampy bit outside Balmora is my favorite part of the world. Hang on, swampy bit of Balmora? Because Balmora is here, and the swampy bit is sort of here, but Balmora itself doesn't have the swampy bits. If you go above the hill here, you have the swampy bits on the other side. Yeah. No, it's not far. So I'm guessing you're saying the Bitter Coast is your favorite bit. To the west, over the hill, over the hills and far. Don't make me sing, guys. Melancholy Coast, pretty much. Yeah, I do agree. And the Bitter Coast is, I think it's something about the sunset from Seydenine over the Bitter Coast. That's, yeah, you're right. There's some melancholy there, some nostalgia for sure. How are we doing? There we go. We have all the poison we could ever hope for. I would really like to learn how to teleport to Vivek. But for that, I need 100 spell points, or magicka, as we call it in this game. So I'm gonna do a thing. It's gonna be very painful. I'm opening this. I'm gonna take all of my ingredients. You can do this, Morrowind. I know, it's a shit ton of ingredients. It's more than I can carry. See you in a bit. We'll go. And I'm gonna say, I'm looking for anything with... I want Fortify Magicka. Perfect. And we'll do the same here. I think I only need one successful potion to be able to learn that spell. Lake Amaya is so pretty. Like, the Ascadian Isles is the most conventionally pretty region, I think. The Bitter Coast feels quite special, and also that's the first region that you discovered, so it's quite special in and of itself. The Ascadian Isles is just very pretty. That's where you want your house. There is that old mod by Vert, and Vert has been doing a lot of mods recently. He got back to Morrowind after taking a trip. I think he did some Skyrim mods. Oh, right. Where's my Fortify Magicka? 13 points. That is...
Welcome, friend.
No! 99 points. Are you kidding me? I should have done the math before drinking. I was like, yeah, it's roughly there. Fox Alpha, hello. This is asked all the time, but that's fine. This is MWSC. This is MGEXA. Yes, I'm not running OpenMW. As I mentioned before, I absolutely love gameplay mods, and so far, even though it's changing maybe quite rapidly, so far the best gameplay mods, in my opinion, are still MWSE. And OpenMW Lua is catching up, and slowly but surely we're getting MWSE mods not converted to OpenMW Lua, because it doesn't work like that, but being the inspiration for Lua Mensers in the OpenMW community to make something similar. Vert nowadays does all kinds of retextures. They've published trees, they've published a Dremora retexture, I think, I'm pretty sure, and so I really like, even though it is not lore friendly and purists will hate me for it, and that's okay, I really liked one of their first Ascadian Isle mod, where the mushrooms were all kind of swirly and blue and green with little particles around it. It looks really like etheric sort of setup. I do like it. I also know from people who know models saying that Vert trees, at least the old ones, you know, from 2005-10, were not very optimized, but from time to time I install it and I just think it's pretty. I like it. It feels a little more magical, and at night, that's why I was thinking about it. At night, it's just really cool. You also strongly prefer MWSU still? I prefer it as well, but to each their own. Like I don't have a problem with people preferring OpenMW. Okay, let's try to make another potion. I totally miscalculated. I need another one before this effect runs out. Fingers crossed. Fortify Magicka. It's quite fortunate that the ingredients for it are not particularly rare, so I have quite a few. Okay. One of you have to give me the potion. In less than 20 seconds, it's not going to happen. Both of you have to give me a potion. I think that's what's happening. Both of you have to give me a potion. Come on, do it. To be fair, Vertstings add a lot of objects in the game. I don't know. You mean like the recent mod, the older mods? Because when it's a replacer for the trees, I don't even think that Vert's tree replacers, the old one, added more trees. Unlike Vality Bitter Coast, which is a mod that I've always liked, because it's got those big ass trees. One worked, one failed. Vality added trees. Vert, I don't know that they added. Oh, the grass. But then it's a grass mod. So any grass mod does that. And they're not actually in the game. They're rendered with MGE. They're not in the game itself. It's an illusion. Fortify Magicka. And I'll put another one. I just need one more potion. I need my Magicka at 100 so I can learn the spell from the spell book. Okay, guys. I thought I made 2 of them. Okay. Maybe I clicked on cancel rather than create. The grass isn't real, just like there's no grass. This is a mind trick. They might not have collision, but they still have to load. True, I did click cancel. That's what I thought. It's okay. Yes, the grass, it is generated, and whether it's OpenMW or MGE, the meshes are not in the game. They do need to be loaded, but they take less resources than if you actually had the grass in the game, placed like a tree or a flower. And of course now you do both. Typical. Alright, let's do this. We have one clean Fortify Magicka. The others are gonna be, bad for luck, but that's okay. Now I have 112 points of Magicka, which means I can learn the Teleport to Vivec spell. Right? Yes. A new spell enters my mind. My Magicka is drained, but that's okay. Let's get rid of that ton of ingredients that we don't need. Good. I'm gonna keep, a bit of bread. I need some gold cannet. Unfortunately, I have only 1 poison. And sweet roll, that is the sweet roll I need. I'm a little worried because Fargoth only had 1 sweet roll. I don't know if he can give me more, because my quest says I am to take the sweet roll and a gold garnet flower to the Silk Strider operator to spike them with burden. Okay, I don't need the poison. Somehow I thought I needed poison. I guess I did not. Do I want to tidy things a little more? I'm still pretty overburdened in here, aren't we? I have a few scrolls in there. I have a few ingredients in here. What else do I have? No soul gems. And the rest is ingredients. So apparently I don't need the poison. Or the corpus sweepings, thank you very much. Pass on the corpus sweepings. Okay, let's go and give the poisoned sweet rolls to the caravanners. L'herbe dans ce jeu vidéo, il le discute sur Twitch Télévision. You have to go to sleep now. Well, have a good night. Thank you for stopping by, and see you soon, probably, hopefully. Have a good night. Okay. You know what I should do before I adventure, and I don't want to do that in the rain. We're going to train. Can I train? Absolutely. Then we're going to rest a little bit. Good, got my magicka back. And finally, before we set out, pray to the ancestors. All right. Let's go. Who are we taking with us?
Now you die.
What are you doing, Julian? Who are you fighting? Are you fighting my pet Nick's hound? If you are, Julian, that's not cool.
Your life's end is approaching.
Are we cool? The next hound is with me, Julian. Yeah, come on. Jealous.
You will die.
Ah, no. Sorry. In my defense, Julian was very, very twitchy around Paxson and would start attacking Paxson for no reason. So I thought he was after my Nyx hound. I was wrong, okay? Sorry, Julian. It's fine. It's cool. I wish you had taken the time to rest up a little bit, but okay, don't. All right, before we set out, we are using our 8th Shadow of Murder. This is a blessing granted to us by Mephala, and essentially it means we have a bound dagger for the whole day, which is really practical to skin creatures that we kill. Earlier in the game, I had to repair my short blades continuously because they would get damaged so quickly skinning everything. I am thirsty. No, let's not be thirsty. All right. We want to go places with a Silstrider. It's as simple as that. We can start with Vivek, because we know the spell now. I don't have the magicka for it, but I do. Why do you say it costs 50 and I have 0 chance of casting it when I have more than 50? Okay, we'll start with Balmora. You don't think Mephala intended for me to use that powerful bound dagger to skin cliff racers? It feels very on. No, it's not. It's really not. But that's what's happening. Oh, actually, it's a good start. We start in Balmora, because this is where I parked my Guti. Mousy is my war Kaguti, and she's great. She's super strong. However, unlike Paxson, she cannot be told to stay outside. And I have already... Oh no, she's not there. Mousy? I have a result that I can use to call her. I guess... you see that golden egg? Guess who was there? That's right, Julian. Alright, let's gift some sweet roll to the Caravaneer. The reason why my graphics may look like open-end... But no! Where is the Caravaneer? Did you fall down there? No. Are you in the middle? No. Well, that's a bit of a problem. How am I supposed to poison or kill, for that matter, if there is no Caravaneer? That is a problem. An annoyance. Speaking of eggs, Lightemar occasionally has random Kwama eggs in his inventory. Now with Latte, I know I gave him the script to look around for things before you set up camp. I don't remember giving him anything that would give him eggs, but then again, it was a long time. So why? Why would he have eggs appearing? I can't think of a script that I gave him that would do that. They're not golden though, are they? Then some scout companions that I have, they would occasionally, when you talk to them, say, hey, while scouting, and that's not what I want to do. While scouting, I pick those up, but Latte doesn't have that. Aldrin might have a Caravaneer. They are regular and occasionally spoiled. Why would they spawn as spoiled? Maybe it's because I gave him food, but even if I did food, he would have it in his inventory when he first joins you, and he wouldn't come back regularly. I'm not sure, Mercury Bard. I don't know, you should talk to the mother who created that companion. I think she doesn't know what she's doing. That's what's happening. Please, Caravaneer, be here. No way, they're all gone. That can't be a coincidence. I'm just testing to see if they're all gone. If they're all gone, there's something wrong with the script. Because they shouldn't be all gone, clearly. Anybody up there? Yes. One Caravaneer. I don't know what happened to the others. Hello, Falsey. I have a sweet roll for you. You have a treat for the Caravaneer? I give you a sweet roll of burden. How delightful. Oh, I'll make sure the rest of the crew gets some of this. You're a saint. A real living god you are. I'm half tempted to commit foul murder on this delicious treat right now. No. That's right. Now I remember. When I made the quest originally, I was going to have the player go to all the Caravaneers to give all of them a sweet roll. But I decided that it was just not fun to do. And I changed it to a single sweet roll, and then they share it magically between themselves. Okay. Which means it doesn't matter that I couldn't find the other Caravaneers. We were speaking of pretty regions. I do like Suran. It is one of my favorite towns, especially, obviously, with its lovely planters of flowers. I like it very much. The little duck is mod added. Right, I think Aius should have something to tell us. And lo, the Silstrider Caravaneers were given a taste of their own medicine. They are now the beast of burden. You will find the adjudicator every time. Will now grant you greater protection. Our time is nearing an end, Midnabi, but I have one more task for you. Do tell. Despite my loathing for the two legs, you have been quite useful. Useful too are the Khajiit that summoned me again in the first place. I wish to give something back. You see, these slaves escaped from Dren Plantation. If we wish for a kinder solution, I would ask that you go there, find the slave key, and free at least every last Argonian and Khajiit in that place. Okay. Another solution, much to the same outcome, will be to bring back an old trick, my finest curse. I believe unearthed equipment in Black Marsh could use another relocation, and I am thinking that placing it directly in front of Orvas Dren's manor would do nicely. A curse, a pox upon their house, a way to show them that we will not stand for them enslaving animals, or even degenerate half animals. Now, I need to explain real quick. If you know Aius from Daggerfall, now I have a doubt between Daggerfall and Arena. It could be that in Arena, I think that's the story. In Arena, there is an armorer, a smith, that is placed directly in front of another building, and so you can't access that other building, which is obviously not intended. And then in Daggerfall, some of the writers had fun. They wrote the book of Aius, the god of animals, and they make it so that Aius wanted to punish somebody and placed that smith shop right in front of the other building. And that's why here you have this option. This is a wink back at the original lore that we have on Aius. And so that's what I want to do, because, you know. Julian met a really fetching shulk, and now... And you know what happens when a mare have a bug love each other really, really much? No, what happens? What happens? Someone commented on my Titans of Adenfell mod that had too much repetitive running arounds all over to disable the growth crystal, like you said with the sweet rolls. Yeah, it's always difficult when you make a mod because... And the same thing when you want to balance the fun and the realism. For example, in my quest, honestly, a sweet roll, that's a sweet roll, right? Maybe this big. If you give it to a single person, to imagine that they would talk to colleagues of theirs who work in different towns and share that one sweet roll